What's up? Welcome to this evening's live stream. I'm him. Today is October 8th, Tuesday. And yeah, I'm doing work. Why not? I don't have any more footage that I want to edit. I actually got some footage that I'm gonna delete, mainly because it was boring and it takes up a bunch of space. So given that I'm not out riding right now, enjoying my wonderful evening, figured I'll at least get something else accomplished. What's up, Jamal the boss? I see you're here. Appreciate the follow on. I think that must have been Twitch because I don't think I get anything when people subscribe on YouTube. Not doing any video editing today. So if you are someone who hates when I edit video, you're in luck. If you're someone who enjoys when I edit video, you're out of luck. Not gonna be editing videos today. I am planning to do some project planning. I got to figure out what's going on here. I just got some messages. I'm like, wait, what's going on? Something's messed up. Yeah. So I got to figure out what's going on here. And I'm going to be doing some investigation with iOS to figure out why, like, if I can figure out some way of keeping our web push notifications in iOS where they continue to work. I think I found a solution, but I have to confirm. So we'll be reading. It doesn't work. Oh, okay. I was thinking. Where's my status? I have a stat. Oh, never mind. I'm done. All right. Actually, this isn't blocked. I think it's just going to be dropped. What is my screen size? It looks like you have a giant monitor. It's a 32 inch. It's 6K. The Pro XDR display, the one that you're seeing. Or wait, hold on. Which one are you thinking of? Are you looking at the one that's to the left of me? If you're looking at the one that's to the left of me, here, I'll bring it up. This one over here was like, I don't know why it has my stream stuff on it. Let me move that. But yeah, this one over here is a 27 inch 5K. It's the LG Ultrafine. You know, when Apple decided to stop making their own monitors, honestly, the panel is decent. I don't like it though, because it's got a plastic screen. You know, I hate plastic, and the whole thing is made out of plastic. But, you know, I didn't really have a choice because Apple got rid of their, what was it, the Thunderbolt 27 inch display. Plus it was lower resolution. I wanted a higher resolution. And this was the only option that they had back in 2018. So I bought 2 of these. This is the only one I have left. I gave the other one to someone else. And to the right of me is the new Mac Studio display, the 5K one. It's the same panel, but it's built with better materials. It's made out of metal. It's got a glass front and speaker built in. I guess this has a speaker built in too. I don't use the camera for anything, but yeah, there you are. And this is being delivered. I don't know what it's being delivered to you, like specifically on Twitch, but I am sending a 1440p stream to Twitch. So potentially you're watching it at that resolution. I'm not really sure though. Yeah, it looks okay. When I look back, it's passable. All right, if you look at the 1080p version of it, it looks like crap. So yeah, 1440p is the compromise that I'm doing because I'm still streaming to Twitch, even though, like, to be real, you're probably the only person that I've had comment from Twitch in a very long time. So I'm literally degrading the quality of my stream for Twitch, and when I look at the average views, it's me. That's typically who watches the Twitch stuff. But if I were to just stream to YouTube, I can stream in 4K. Oh yeah, you're getting 1440p. Yeah, that explains why it looks okay. Let me turn on my keycaster. Since I'm not editing, I can cast my keys. What, can I not type? Wait a minute. Create subscription by alias. Is this just one, a single? Yeah, okay. Oh, this is cool. I wonder how did he get these examples? Or did I do this? No, I don't know if I did that, but you say you're old fashioned. What do you mean by old fashioned? What do you mean? Okay, let's open up Xcode. My nemesis. I hate Xcode. I think I hate Apple, which is ironic. Actually, I don't think I don't think it's an Apple whatever site that I need to create. I think it's a web page that I need to create. So what is the thing? The encode. You missed the requirement. I'm sorry, I'm off. My bad. Wait, what requirement? What are we talking about? What requirement? I thought I had a test site. Oh, what are we trying to do? Oh, I'm not trying to do anything right now. I am actually, hold on now. All right, I'll back up. So there is something called iOS recently added support for mobile web push notifications. And the way it's enabled is through adding a web app, a PWA. It needs to have an app manifest with a specific property set to a specific value. And in iOS land, it'll treat it as a PWA in Safari. And what you could do is you could add it to your home screen and you can send push notifications that way. So there's an issue where over time, the push notifications will just stop working. And I've experienced this behavior myself. Up until now, I didn't really have any idea why this was happening. However, let me pull open, let me bring over, open up a doc from Apple right quick. All right, so there is this doc from Apple, which states something about like you have to send, or not send, you have to display or present the push notification immediately. Let's see, service worker, is there anything in here? Service worker. Okay, let's see, Safari doesn't, so this right here. So Safari doesn't support invisible push notifications. And then it says present push notifications to the user immediately after your service worker receives them. And it's saying if you don't, then Safari will revoke the notification permission for the site. And this is what I think is happening. In fact, let me go over to Slack and put this in support. So I'm over here typing in Slack. You won't see it. I don't want to. I don't share work like that. I only share like certain things that are public. So we'll say iOS mobile web push suddenly stops working. Okay. Okay, so we'll put the push token. What is this? It's just. Okay. Let's see here. My bad. So are you trying to send invisible? No, I'm not. I'm not trying to send something an invisible push. In fact, you can't. Like you simply can't do it. So you may be sending an invisible push to like a mobile push notification, but that's not the same thing as a web push notification. Safari straight up doesn't allow it. So yeah, you can know everything about it, but it doesn't matter because Safari doesn't allow it. In fact, that's what this says. So like it doesn't support it. And as a result, Apple rejects the push token. And I think that's what's happening because some customers will say they'll get like 2 or 3, 4 push notifications and then like it'll suddenly stop working. And I think that's what's happening here. Of course, I would have to look at their code, but I'm not really looking at their code right now. I think that information is somewhere in Intercom, but I can't share Intercom with y'all. And Safari revokes permission. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Oh, okay. I just read your second message. My bad. Yeah, you're right. So yeah, Safari revokes permission because of that. Yes, that is the case. Yes, Apple is I don't know. I swear, like a lot of the issues are just like Apple. And nothing is very well documented at all. It's kind of just like they write it as if their shit don't stink, and and that it always works. But you gotta have confidence. Fake it till you make it, right? Does the problem exist in all clients of yours or just specific multiple ones? Well, it's hard to say. So not every customer uses web push notifications. That's for number one. Number two is not all of our customers have a progressive web app, which is I think the second requirement for this. And then third, not every customer has a use case where they care or even want to send push notifications to iOS users. iOS users, I think in America, there are a lot of people who use iOS, but it's still relatively small. But in other parts of the world, iOS is insignificant. So, they probably wouldn't care. So just off the bat, just based off of that premise, I would say, no, it doesn't exist for all of our customers. It only exists for the customers who all three of those things are requirements for them. Those are the only ones that it would affect. But even within those, like, not everyone is complaining about it, saying that it's not working. So it's either they don't know, they may not be aware that it's not working, or it is working, or it's not working, but they don't care and they're not telling us. So we don't really have a way to know whether or not, someone's website, their progressive web app is configured properly, because from our end we're just communicating with APNS. We don't really care what's going on in your app. Yes. wonder if I can just copy. Let's see how shitty Asana really. I hate Asana. I'm not even gonna lie. I absolutely hate Asana with a passion. No, I can't. Of course not. Why would I be able to do it? Oh my gosh. Let's see. All right, and I don't have it in my clipboard, or maybe I do have it in my clipboard. Let's see. I don't. Oh my gosh. All right, we'll comment and we'll just go back and update it. Oh wait, this doesn't support Markdown. I forget. And then navigation is man, Asana is really trash. I don't understand why. Man, I've been on the I hate this. I hate this thing. I've been complaining about Asana since I started here. And this is an example of how shitty it is. I literally just edited this and it's not here. All right, fine. One day it'll probably load. Let's see here. So how can we conclude that we have a problem in this case? It might be the result of actions of the users who complained about it, but maybe they dispelled. Well, actually, what you're getting into is this is the difficulty, right? So it's the difficulty. It's a lot of things, right? And the more complex a system, the more difficult it is to figure out where the problem actually lies. Right, there's so many moving pieces here where, you know, it could be the user's device, it could be the like it could be us, you know, what we're doing before we send the APNS. It could be APNS, you know, it could be Apple. It could be our customer's website and how it's configured, their service worker, and all of these other things. Right. It could also be maybe the customer, you know, has lost connectivity or something, or like maybe they reset their phone, or maybe they, you know, there's all kinds of things. So a lot of what we're doing is trying to figure out, like, all right, well, what could it be? And a lot of times it's, you know, working with people, asking a bunch of questions. But that's more that supports. That's actually what support does. I don't know if I'm not, maybe I consider myself adjacent to support. I don't really know if that's true, but I'd like to think I am. You know, where maybe I'm not the person that's going to get to the root of, you know, our customers' problems, but just knowing how these things work and what issues could arise, those are things that I would like to document if possible. Now, I will say that, you know, we can improve a lot, and me too, but you know, it's a lot of stuff. So there's so many different things. So it's like, it's a lot of work to do. So that's kind of what all of this is me trying to figure out, all right, well, you know, what can we do? And this is just for one thing. This is for updating our APIs. And I'm just going to give up because apparently I can't, I don't know. I just don't know. I fucking hate this shit though. I really, really hate Asana. Like this UI shift is dumb. I wish that we could use a better tool. Like when I was at GitHub, we used GitHub. I prefer GitHub, but I understand that, you know, some people think that it's for developers because they don't actually know how to collaborate. That's most people. It seems like developers figured out how to collaborate before most normal people. So it's like, you know, it has this perception that it's only for developers. But yeah, I mean, there's linear, which I prefer, but I haven't had any success in convincing anyone that we should move over to linear, even though it's cheaper and it's faster. You know, when I'm over here setting up these projects, I literally have to wait 10 to 15 seconds to duplicate a fucking issue. I may be exaggerating. Let's see. Duplicate the task. Maybe it takes that, right? So I'm going to duplicate it. Normally I have to come in here and change it. Let's create it. It's creating. Why does it take this long? Okay, and then it does the thing. And then I still have to go in and do other things. So it's just like, it's really slow. And then it has these dumb notifications that they don't go away. Well, that one did, but they normally don't. So I had to come in over here and like click X to close it. And you see, I asked to delete and I thought I confirmed it, but then I had to click delete and now I had to click the delete again. You see that? Here, let me do it again. Let's undelete, whatever the hell that means. So we have it here. So I'm going to come over here and try to delete task. Okay. I thought I deleted it, but it's not deleted. So let's delete. Oh, well, now I have to move my mouse all the way over here and press delete again. So that was 3 actions, except it's technically 5 because I had to go behind the context menu. I had to right click, and turns out you can't just right click anywhere, depending on how, like, you know, what's in focus. If you right click, it'll do something different. Yeah, I mean, I don't like Jira, but I will. No, I'm coming from GitHub, so just keep that in mind. Like, you know, I was forced to use Jira at one point, and I hated it. And it could just be that, you know, the teams who are using it just don't know how to manage things effectively. It could be that, but I didn't like it. I prefer GitHub for real. And this is before we even introduced the new projects feature. Back when it was just regular issues, where it's just like, you just create an issue, everything's an issue, and you have to do all your own management and all that kind of stuff. I prefer that over Jira. In fact, I don't think it's just me. Like, I think that's why Trello was so popular. It's because it was like, it was not Jira. Right? It was, so for me, I thought like GitHub was like a kind of in between, you know, it was kind of like Trello-ish. But now the new, with GitHub projects, all of that kind of stuff, like the project management is actually, is fairly, I don't know, I like it. It works very well. You know, Linear still has more stuff, like more features and things that, you know, that actual teams who don't develop the way that GitHub develops, you know, it still supports those types of workflows better. But I'm still kind of partial to GitHub. But I honestly, I would take Linear too. Like, I mean, I used to use Linear when I did my own things. Okay. Let's see. Now I got to figure out where I was working on something, and I lost it because you know, what the fuck. Okay. Yeah, and finding tasks in Asana is literally a test of patience. For one, you don't get issue numbers or whatever they call it. I don't even know what they call their task, or what the hell a task is. Like, you don't get task numbers. I'm gonna call it issues because that's what I think. You don't get issue numbers. So finding anything is difficult as hell. You have to know what it is you want to find it, which to me is just like, it's stupid. It's just stupid. I don't know, it's stupid. Anyway, I can rail on and go in on Asana all day, so I won't. Okay. Okay, so for the update API or update whatever. Wait. With the data provided in the request. We should still do this one now. Update subscription. Was this marked as done? Update subscription, API structure. Yeah, this is done. Update subscription. Cool. So what I'm gonna do is mark all of these as review, and we want to unmark that. So I'm gonna actually go through and review these to confirm that these are in fact done. Okay, so yeah, this one's done, but I want to confirm that that all of that works. It does. Enabled. Yeah, it seems dumb, but yeah, you know, this is what testing is like, right? All right, session time. Version. One thing I wish that was possible in this tool, if you want to call README a tool, is like, why isn't it easy for me to create like, I'm going to use the word component. I'm sorry. I'm just going to use the word component. That's the engineer in me, right? Like, why is it not possible for me to create a component and say, you know what, I have a parameter component and this is what it looks like. You know, here's the overall structure, you know, and then I can then put in my text and then like use it. And I have a library of it. And if I want, I can say, all right, well, this particular API needs these parameters, and I've already defined these parameters elsewhere. Let me just drag it in, or not drag it in, but I can just type it in or something like that. Or I'm not having to redo everything. Okay, so I'm gonna assign these now, seeing as I now know who did the work. Okay. So we only got 2 more to go. Yeah, we're looking good. Okay. App ID. Okay, this is gonna break soon because apparently I have to update this. Subscription ID. We should have. Wait, where's the subscription ID? All right, well, we'll figure it out later. And then that just goes up to here. Okay. Yep, and everything seems to work here. So I normally when I do these, I only look at the required ones, but I'm not going to do them since I didn't actually do any other work. I don't have to I don't feel like it's appropriate for me to be lazy. In the past, if I did all of it, I'd be like, you know what? Like technically, I'm not supposed to review my own work. That was the rule, is that you don't review your own work. Other people review it and they tell you if it's good or not. And yeah, this looks good to me. So create API, create subscription with API. Ah, shit, I was looking at the wrong one. This was update subscription API structure. Okay, so then this is done. All right, let's make sure that this is done too. Required properties. Sure, I mean, all right. See subscriptions for details, okay. I'm just making sure that it takes me to the right place. I'm pretty sure it will. Like, he always does awesome. Person who did this is like one of the, in my opinion, he's like one of the most valued. He's an MVP at the company, for real, for real. Wait a minute. Okay, all right, we're good. So examples, creating an email, SMS. So this structure is fine, I think. Yeah, this should go to the right place. Or wait, hold on. The alias label. Okay, so I guess for path params, we don't have them. And I did say they're optional. Like we don't need to actually put it in there. So yeah, we're good here. And I'm not actually paying attention to the content, right? At this point in time, I'm only concerned with the structure of things. Oh, I don't like that. If I go back, it doesn't actually take me back. That's not anything we can solve, I don't think. Notification types. App version. Device model. But yeah, if there's ever like an issue or something and like someone's like, oh, it wasn't, it's like, nah, I reviewed it. So, there's a level of, you're okay. I'll catch it, or someone else will catch it too. All right, delete subscription. Yeah, looks mostly, wait a minute, body parameters. Oh, okay, I'm like, wait, that doesn't look right. Okay, overview, yeah. Okay, yeah, looks good to me. Some of these are easier than others, obviously. Update transfer subscription. Yep. Identity object, external ID. The main user ID to identify the user. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about it. The content, we're looking good. Not the content, I'm sorry, the structure, we're looking good. All right, we'll mark it as complete. Update on unsubscribe. Yeah, looks good. Right, usage guidance for subscription alias API. Oh, create subscription, okay. Okay, so I'm not gonna mark these done because I gotta push these back for grammar and flow, like this right here. Only this part. Oh, and I guess this part too. Okay, to create a subscription. Must be identifiable. Okay, so I'm gonna ignore all of these write usage, whatever, and also the write overviews. Okay, and then for this one, I think this one is not done. We need the other ones, and then update subscription. We have the 200, 400. Okay. Actually, I can't show this one. I'm about to look at source code, which is not for y'all to see. Man, something's wrong with the 1Password extension for Chrome. It's really annoying. It doesn't work. I noticed that every time Chrome does something, it breaks everything. I hate Chrome too, by the way. We will use my Authenticator app, which is what I tell it to use every time. Okay, so we need to go to which repo? Is it AP? No. Yeah. Okay, this is the update subscription. So we're gonna go look for that. Or maybe there is a spec that maybe I can trust. Let's see, user. we're gonna need to reach out to the user data team for this one. All right, I'm gonna pull this over to my other monitor. I'm doing this until I figure like find the actual thing that is like that's public that I can share. Subscription API. I thought we were using GitHub for this. That's what I was told not last year, this year, earlier this year. Subscription update. Wait, am I just cycling through? I don't. Okay. Oh, actually, before I can just see myself. Let's see, user model, REST API changes. Let me move this just in case. There might be something that that's not public. Okay, all of this is public. We're good. We're good. What's up, RFK Gaming? How you doing? What's the? I don't know what that is. Is that a dinosaur? I've never been good with hieroglyphics. I've gotten better though. Like I can read certain hieroglyphics. Okay, so we got subscriptions and we're looking at the create subscription. Okay, create posts. So we get the response schema so we can get a 201 and a 202. Let's see, do we have a 201? No, we don't. So this is not, wait, hold on. I'm not looking at the right thing, am I? Create subscription with the alias. Okay. So we get a 200, a 202, which, yeah, that's right. Oh, whoa. Hold on. Maybe that's not right. No, that's not right. We should get a 201 and a 202. This says a 200. So either the spec is wrong or... All right. Can I link to this directly? No, of course not. Why? Okay, why would I be able to do that? Oh man, I hate Google Docs too. I want a link to this. And I don't know how to, like, do y'all know how to do a link to a place within a document in Google Docs? Is that possible? Or am I just asking too much from like shit that's been possible in every other tool I've used? You know what? I'm just gonna give a link to the document. I'm gonna let other people feel the pain. I don't care anymore. Can you clarify what the API is meant to return? Fuck. Why did it format this weirdly? What the hell? I don't understand why. What is this? Then you have to, man, and it's hidden too. It's hidden. It's 2 clicks. Why can't it just be Markdown? Just got back from the hospital after a car crash. Damn. All right. Back got a drink. Just looking at NAS, the 224. Are you looking at a NAS? Okay. What? Wait, who though? Give me a second. Give me a second to like finish this thought here, and then I can switch gears. Give me a second. What's currently documented in API ref? Okay, so where did my spec go? I had a spec open somewhere. Okay. Okay, and then the response schema. So we get a subscriptions, or no, subscription with a subscription object. Where is that defined? Validations does not result in going over user subscription limit. Error subscription -1. Do we talk about these errors at all? No, we don't. So we need to have this right here as well. And it's not clear what are the failure responses. Yeah, that's another thing. Would they be 400s? If the type in the request is not a type of subscription, clients type in a token is required. All right, so it's going to take me some time to review, to confirm that these responses are legit. But yeah, let's see. Let me Google the thing. Let me close some things. We'll move this here. I'll just move this to my other monitor out of the way. And I'll come back to this tomorrow, another day. NAS the 224 plus. Okay. NAS 224 plus. Oh, Synology. Okay, gotcha. Okay. What do you do? Like, I mean, what do you want to do with your NAS? I know we already talked about what you do, but like, what type of stuff are you trying to put on your NAS? Are you doing the kind of stuff that I'm doing, like a bunch of video and music and photos and models? I have all of the weights for models. I'm talking about like AI models. So I have all my, like, if I do any type of training or whatever, I'll normally move the weights, the output, off to the NAS, depending on how many parameters it is. And that's mostly a function of I am running relatively low on space here. You know, I have, this may seem like a lot to normal people where they're like, oh, you have 544 gigabytes available, but no, this is what I've been able to recover by moving stuff off. And yeah, like even my external SSD, I only have a few, so I'm gonna have to start moving stuff off. Normally I try to maintain at least 500 gigabytes of free storage because, you know, one of my projects can easily be 200 gigabytes. It only takes a few and all of a sudden I'm out of space. You do all that stuff? Okay, not models. Do you already have a NAS? I forget if you said you already had a NAS. And the reason why I'm asking is because And you know, like, no, this just difference of opinion here. Let me change my thing first. Let me, hold on. Give me a second. Let me do some things. Move this here. We're about to go into my other scene. You know, my fantasy scene. I'm about to get fancy on you. No, I don't need to update anything. We'll do that. Make it tiny because this is actually really, really large, considering that the monitor size is giant, or the resolution is at least. Okay. There we go. All right. So here's why here's like the difference in opinion. So maybe you'll be like, it doesn't matter. If you know that you do photos and music and video and other things, and you intend to do that into the future, I would strongly recommend not going with this one and getting one that allows you to expand in over time. You're going to spend a little bit more money. I don't know if it's that much more. I actually don't know what these things cost. I would be lying if I told you I knew the cost of these things. But, you know, if you were to get something like this, you probably want to be able to grow with it instead of having to purchase something sooner than you'd like to. So this looks like it's only, what, a 2-bay? Or how many bays? Let me actually look at it. Unfortunately, Synology, they don't do a great job to me of like showing like the actual stuff. Okay, so this is a 2-bay. Yeah, I would recommend getting more than a 2-bay. And the reason for that is you should almost look at it as like 2 hard drives. It's just a single hard drive, because you're probably going to put this in array configuration. At least I hope you do striping, so that you don't lose your shit. But I don't know, maybe you want to do array 0 so that you're, you know, you increase your speed. I don't know what you want to do, but I would recommend not this one and get one with more bass. The one that I got, and I don't know the name of it, so I'm going to try to use their site. Let's watch me struggle to figure out how this works. Is it, man, I don't, advanced data management, maybe? I think I have this one. I want to say I have this one right here. And when I initially bought it, no, I didn't need it, right? Like, it was, most of the bays were empty. Wait, why is my music going? I'm gonna play some vibes. How about that? Yeah, so when I first got it, I only put 2 hard drives in it to start out with. And I was like, you know what? Like, this is good enough. Within 6 months, I was putting 2 additional hard drives in it, bigger ones. Now I'm getting to a point where I'm about to put another cache drive in there, because I already have one. And it's being used as I think as a read cache right now. Actually, hold on. I'm over here lying. Let me just check. We'll go to the NAS now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. Like, I don't know if I don't think these are that cheap. What's going on? Why? I don't care. Just like, fucking let me go. All right. Anyway, so okay, we're gonna deal with one password issues again. Give me a second. I don't know why it keeps logging me out. I would like to set up 1Password so that it never locks until I lock my computer, because this is a home computer. Would it be under this account? No. It also sucks that I have more than one vault. Well, it doesn't suck, but I have one. Okay, so it's not in this. I'm not in the right vault. There we go. Now we're in the right vault. Yep. Verification. Let's see how we're doing. So right now I have about 7 terabytes free. Sounds like a lot. But knowing at the rate of content I'm doing now, that's going to increase substantially within the next few months. So let's see what I have set up right now. Wait, how did I don't remember how I set this one up. Like, what did I do with this one? Is it a read cache? Yeah, okay, yeah. So this is a read cache. So you see here, it's only 232 gigabytes, so it's not much. My thought was that I would never have a project where I needed more than like 100 gigabytes. But what I didn't think about is what happens if I have multiple libraries opened. And I've now figured out what happens is that I get spinning beach walls to death while I wait on Final Cut to load in this heavyweight 4K footage, high bitrate 4K footage, and I'm just waiting. So what I'm likely going to do is I'm going to move this read-only cache into the other slot and make it a write-only cache. No, I don't need much for like 232 is good. And then I'll buy another one of 1 terabyte, maybe even a 2 terabyte, and use that as a read-only cache. And the thinking behind that is that I don't want the drive to be my weakest link. Now I'm fine with my interface being the weak link because it's a 10G network. So 10G is about the same bandwidth that you'd expect to get from USB 3.2, I think, or is it 3.1 Gen 2? One of them. I think it's about the same that you would expect to get, except with 10G Ethernet, it actually gives you that. Whereas with USB is all theoretical, you never actually get to that. So it's fast enough to be able to edit without me just wanting to punch something. I don't like things that are slow. $1,500. Honestly, that sounds about right. I think that I don't even know where I bought mine. Oh yeah, I do know where I bought it. Here, let me check. I'm not gonna show this because it's gonna be a receipt with my address. Let's see. Go to the right email, and I think I bought it from B&H Photo. Oh shit! Wait, hold on. The shipping update. Darren, thank you for your Fujifilm order. We know the exact way for the demand. At this point, we now expect to ship it. Oh my gosh! Holy shit! Okay, all right. Wait a minute. All right, I have to share this. So I ordered the Fuji X100 2 minutes after the announcement. 2 minutes after the announcement. And I am not going to get my camera until basically the end of the year. So I completely forgot I paid for this. So I guess I have a new camera coming that, sure, I'll take it, but I probably won't use it because I've been using my other cameras. I even bought a whole other camera. As a result, I bought a couple Leicas as a result. I'm like, well, fuck it. I'll just get Leicas. All right, so let me find what I was actually looking for. I thought I bought it from B&H. I don't see it here unless I bought it under my business account, which that could be the case. Let's see, Synology. Your package has been delivered. 5/17/23. So this must be it. Customer service. Okay. All right. Nah. Okay. Nah. It was much cheaper for me. I paid $899 for mine for the Synology DiskStation DS1621 plus 6-bay NAS enclosure. Why is it more? I thought Synology was a Canadian company. Maybe they are American. But are you saying like that's what it costs in Canadian dollars, and that's just the exchange? Are you telling me that that's what it costs in American dollars, but like you're converting it to to US dollars from Canada? Okay. Oh, CND. Okay, so hold on. I don't know the exchange rate. I apologize. Can you believe I've never been to Canada in my life? No, that's a lie. I've been once, but yeah, that was so long ago. It doesn't count. I was a kid in high school. I did like a language exchange, like going like I forget what it was called, but it was for because because I my language when I was growing up was French, because in Texas, you can start languages as early as your middle school or whatever. So I went French, and by the time I got into high school, I want to say, I think it was, yeah, when I got to high school, we had an opportunity to go to Canada, to Quebec. So we went there, and then I kept doing it, but I didn't do any of these, study abroad type programs after that. So 10th, 11th, 12th grade, I didn't end up going to anything like that. I ended up going to tech stuff more. But yeah. So you say it's $12.99 times 1 point. Wait a minute. So wait a minute. I am confused right now. Where's the $12.99 coming from? Is that what it costs now? Hold on, wait. This could be inflation. Give me a moment. I might be happy that I bought this early. Let me see what these things cost now. In my currency. What is this thing called? DS 1621. Yeah, so $8.99 to your currency. Hold on. I have a currency thing on my phone. I don't have one on my computer. Believe it, I do currency exchange stuff because actually we don't need to get into all that. But yeah, so we'll figure out what that is. So $8.99, and then I gotta add Canada. I've never looked at Canadian currency ever. Okay, so yeah, $12.27 is what I'm getting, but that's before tax and all, and shipping or whatever. Okay, honestly, I feel like that isn't a bad price, and here's why. If I buy a 2 terabyte SSD, like, external whatever the hell, that's gonna be over $150. For if I get a Thunderbolt one, it's more than that because I had to buy the enclosure, and then and as well as the SSD, and then I had to put it together, and then I can only use it for I can't really back it up in any kind of way. So I don't know. I think that's a fair price for something that can grow to the amount of storage that you can put in this thing. And then it does come with a processor and all that. That's how I justified it to myself, because I think when I saw the price initially, I was just like, wait a minute, does it come with the drives? Because I'm like, in my mind, hard drives are cheap, and I expected them to be cheap. So I was like, oh yeah, this isn't bad. Maybe it comes with 10 terabytes or something. It didn't. So by the time I put in a bunch of storage, yeah, it's definitely more. But it's saying that it has a 72 terabyte capacity. So to pay $900 for something where you can grow into 72 terabytes, that seems pretty decent to me. Okay, so now it's costly. I feel you. Yeah. Or not overall. Yeah. And here's why I went ahead and spent the money. All right, so there's some history, right? So I had something called a Drobo. I don't even remember, 5C, I think, was it? Yeah. I had this thing right here. So I bought this Drobo a long time ago, and this was the thing that I use. It's DAS, so it's like direct attached storage. It was slow as hell. First of all, it was over a USB 3.0 interface, so it was slow. It was loud. It was on my desk and all that kind of stuff, but I ended up not being able to grow past a certain amount. And I learned from that. I was just like, okay, my next thing, I need to make sure that I have enough bays to be able to grow. And the reason for that is that, let's say, for instance, you fill up all your bays and you're like, okay, I'm out of space. what do? Do you buy a whole new enclosure, or do you do what I thought I was going to do, which is you buy new hard drives and you try to figure out how you're going to get it from these other hard drives onto your new hard drives. With the NAS that I have now, which is I think the NAS that you're getting, you can connect other NASs to it somehow. So I don't know if you could do it with the one that we were looking at, the 2-bay. Let me go back to that. Let's see. Oh wait, man. Okay, yeah. So let's see if you can expand this. Then honestly, that could work, but that still will be more expensive in the long run, right? Because you're gonna have to buy another enclosure, whereas no, it's not that big of a deal, to be honest. Do we have pictures? Do they even show pictures? Okay, multi-layer backup. I'm not seeing the expansion stuff. 11. Huh. Okay, wait, you can expand this? Honestly, I was under the impression that all of their NASs were expandable, but maybe that's not the case. No expansion. Oh man, that sucks. 100 Canadian for 2 terabytes, and I have in Proxmox server 12 terabyte drives. When you say 2 terabytes, are you talking about SSDs? I hope you're talking about SSDs, and not okay. 100. Wait, hold on. Oh, in Canadian. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my gosh, 2 terabytes. That's not bad. What does it cost here? Let's see. Samsung 960 Evo Pro 2 TB. I'll probably get a 4 TB next. Yeah, it's a little more for me. 163. Let's see what a 4 terabyte costs. 289. That's not bad. For what it's worth, I'm getting to a point where I need another SSD. I have a few connected, but yeah, I find that it's helpful for me to be able to edit not on my NAS because of that reason I was talking about earlier, where I'm like, yo, my cache drive isn't big enough, so it's slow as hell. And let me show what I mean. How about that? Let's actually show. I can show better than I can just talk and ramble. So we're going to open up something from my NAS and we're going to attempt to play it. And I'm going to open up something that I know is not on the cache. So let's do that. Okay, so we will come into here and open a library. Locate. Okay, so let's go to something back in May. All right, so maybe. Oh, I didn't make. Okay, look at that. It looks like I haven't actually been doing what I'm supposed to do. I didn't create. Okay, all right, so we'll go to June 7 ride. Okay, so we'll just open up this library. Oh gosh. Okay, sure. I forgot to make a copy of my library in case it jacks it up. Okay, all right, fine. It seems to be okay. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm gonna eat my words. Maybe it's gonna be fast as hell. I hope it is though, like real talk. By the way, I pressed the space bar 5 seconds before I started playing. I just want you to know that. I'm gonna do it loudly so you can hear me hit the space bar. And let's see how long it takes. And you see what it's doing here? Oh yeah, it's impossible. Now, if I play around with this a little bit longer, it'll eventually load into the cache, and then I'll at least be able to play. I'll at least be able to play it. So this is the reason why I have SSDs, is because I don't have enough space on my Mac Studio, even though it's a 2 terabyte. Like 2 terabytes is nothing to me at this point in my life. The SD card on my action cameras, I have 3 action cameras. I have 2 Action 4s and 1 Action 5. And each one, I think the Action 4s, I have 2 56 gigabyte cards in those. And in my Action 5, I have a 512 gigabyte card in that. And, you know, sometimes I will fill it up. Like I'll fill it up, right? And that's not even counting the 512 gigabyte not SSD, SD card I have in my Action Osmo 3, you know, the little pocket, the pocket camera. Doesn't account for the 256 that I have in slot 2 of my Sony A7 IV, and then I have another one. I think I have another 256 in there too, so it's two 256s. And then this A7S3 that you're looking at me through, I have a 512 gigabyte and a 256 gigabyte. So it's just like, in the grand scheme of things, if I were to just fill up all of the stuff on that, which is easy to do, it's like a few hours of footage. It's not much. So if I were to just do like, let's say 6 hours of footage, I would not be able to put that on my computer. So my next computer, if Apple finally decides to give us an update to the Mac Studio, I will be going with a minimum of 4 terabytes. I may even do 8 if it's not stupidly expensive, which I'm sure it will be. So I'll probably stick to 4. But one can hope and dream. Let's see if I can play this now. In fact, there might be something on here that's preventing it from playing. Yeah, this right here. This is it. Let me remove noise reduction. Okay. All right. I'm getting beach ball. Okay. So now it at least plays after. So it's faster. What the hell is that noise? Okay. Okay, so right there it's faster. It's only about a second or half a second of delay before it plays. But if you're imagine trying to edit. By the way, I had to wait a little bit. So you see here how I don't get any frames. The reason why I don't get frames, well, it's 2 reasons. For number one, is H.265, which is just it's not good to edit with. I'll just be straight up. It's not a great editing experience. But if I were to have this on my SSD, I would at least get those frames. This machine's powerful enough to do the decoding for me, so I'll at least get the frames when I'm going faster. Now, I may not get every single frame, but I get maybe 50% of the frames. Whereas what I just did now, it just stops. You don't see anything. You just hear audio. Oh no, bro, don't feel like you need to be here. Like, I'm just out here hanging out, man. I'm just hanging out. So if you have stuff to say, I'm going to make sure I chat with you. Editing on HSDs is not, I can't talk. Hard disk, I'll just say that. Yeah, it's not great. You edit right off your Mac. I prefer to edit right off my Mac too. The problem is that I can't. Like, I don't have the space anymore. That's the problem. Well, I can, but I can only have like 1, maybe 2 projects on my Mac at one time at this point, because I'm running low on space, and I've removed most of the things that I can. The thing that's taking up all of the space, and I don't know how to fix it because Apple software sucks and it just fucking craps over itself, but it's my picture library. So I use Apple Photos. By use, I mean my phone. I have an iPhone. That's really it. I don't really use Apple Photos, but all of my photos get synced, and I want them stored on my computer locally. I don't like stuff in the cloud. So, all of my photos, all of my videos are in this library, and this library is like 655 gigabytes. So, 2 terabytes is just theoretical. You never actually get 2 terabytes. And then you got to think about the system files and all that kind of stuff, applications. So, my photos is taking up more than 50% of my available space. That's the problem. Now, I don't want to put the photos on my NAS. Well, these photos, I have my real photos. Like, I actually have a photo library for Lightroom. That's on my NAS, and that's backed up. But these iPhone things, I don't want to throw that on the NAS. No, you're right, but the you should try it. you you're not wrong, but you should try it. And maybe when you try, you'll understand why it's like, nah, you really can't. So let's say, for instance, your NAS isn't mounted, which is that could happen, right? So, if it's not mounted, then photos will crash and it'll cause other things to freeze up. Or let's say that the hard drives fall asleep. For whatever reason, photos it just shits all over itself. It doesn't know how to handle that, right? So there's a lot of things, that with Apple, they have their way of doing things, which sucks ass. But I found that so long as you just do it the Apple way, which is the way they want you to do it, it works out fine. It just works. It's the moment that you try to do something just remotely customizable where it's just like, nah, it doesn't really work out very well. And I've learned my lesson. So I now keep 2 separate libraries. So you see here, this is my photos library for Apple Photos. While at the same time, if I go to my NAS, I actually have my photos here. And this is for Lightroom. So it's actually organized the way that I expect. And then I pull out my videos. And I actually have a script, and I can show you that one. I use something called ChronoSync, I think. Why can't I type? Yeah, ChronoSync. So I have two jobs that run every so often. Oh, I have 3 now. Okay, I haven't ran this one in a while, but basically I have these things that when I run these, it'll go through and it'll find specific files, and I can show you that right quick. Let's just go look at it, so you can see what I mean. So we'll go into rules. You'll see here. So this is looking for anything that has these extensions, MOV or some other things. And there's a few of them in here. So I'm looking for all of these types of extensions. And you see here, anything that has that is going to move over into that directory that you just saw. So I have one for videos. I have one for my photos. Apparently I have one for my live streams, and that's so that over time I'm not having to go and manually do stuff. I can just run this and it'll move it, it'll put it in the right folder structure, it'll give it the right name based off of all of the things that I've configured here. And this works with my NAS too. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for that. But yeah, hopefully you can understand why I'm like, I decided to go the bigger NAS route is because once all this is set up, I don't want to have to deal with this again. And I'm very happy that I have 2 additional FreeBase. Right now I'm only using 4 of my hard drives, but no, I'm going to be getting some larger hard drives soon. And I'm probably going to get like 18 or 20 terabyte hard drives just to prolong actually what I'll probably end up doing is moving data from my smallest hard drives to the middle hard drives, and then repurposing those other ones for something else until I need more space, and then I can pull those out easily and not have to worry about how do I get data off. Because if you have a full hard drive that's 8 terabytes, you need at least that in order to move it to another hard drive. Anyway, that's that. Let's close this. And I'm actually going to recover some space. So I decided that these 2, what do we call these things? These 2 projects, I'm not gonna deliver these. It's daytime footage of the Action 5, but other than that, it's nothing really going on. I don't think I was talking or anything. And also there is some synchronization issues. Did you just bark? What are you barking for? All right, let's find these. So I'm going to delete this because I don't want to just have footage around that I'm not using And there's a reason for this. Let's look at how much space this is taking up. So just these two clips, two video clips and two audio clips is 13 gigabytes. That's literally the only thing in here. So yeah, we're gonna not do that. So let's close that and close this. We're also not gonna wait. Hold on, what is this? Oh, okay, this is actually 26. So what's 28? Wait a minute. Oh wait, I'm confused. Okay, all right. So this also goes away too. Yeah, we'll close this. And then this becomes Motovlog 26 because I'm deleting the other ones. So 26 and 27 are going the way of the dodo. And you see here, just these two projects, 50 gigabytes. And that, well, not project, just the footage is 50 gigabytes. Let's go. We don't need that. We'll rename this 26. In fact, this is published now. Let me make sure that the export is in here. It's not, so we'll move the export there. Right, 26. Throw that in there. Yeah, even the exported file, which is H.265, is 14 gigabytes. All right, cool. Let's see what this is. So Motovlog 26, what we're looking at right here, this is 78 gigabytes. All right, so it's a little heavy. Now, obviously, part of that is because I keep the export, and the reason for that is that, and I'm gonna develop like a strategy for managing my data, but I plan to keep my raw footage, the source footage, for at least a year. There's no real reason for it other than like that's just what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep it for at least a year, and then as I need space, that's the thing. As I need space, what I'll do is from oldest to newest, I'll just start deleting the source files, and I'll move the exports out into another folder, and that'll just be like an archive or something like that. Honestly, I should be doing that regardless. I'll do that another time. I would want to make a script that can do that for me because all of my projects kind of follow the same structure now, where all of the the artifacts of my editing, the proof of my work, is in exports. So now I want to make sure that I automate that because I don't want to do that manually. Okay, so we're gonna open up another one of these, and we want to go to my content folder. This is what date? This is October. Okay, so yeah, we'll go into October. Oh, this is my first project. Okay, so I'm just gonna move this. Ooh, actually no, I can't move it yet. I gotta close it. Otherwise, Final Cut could crash and cause other issues. Okay, so we'll move that there. All right, so this is the dope part about having this thing right here. So, it's gonna go fairly fast to transfer 77 gigabytes to my NAS. Now, the weak link here is not my network. You may notice that it's like topping out at the 3.5 gigabits per second, around 4, maybe 5. And that should make sense because these hard drives are 6 gigabit per second bandwidth hard drives. So like I have more headroom. So if I get a NAS, not NAS, if I get another SSD, then I remove that. So I can actually get up to the full 10 gigabits per second. And that's why I'm like, all right, I'll move my, my 256 gigabyte SSD over to the write cache. And then I can write my stuff to the cache very quickly. And then I can read stuff from the cache very quickly. At least that's what I'm thinking in my head. Who knows if that actually works out that way. The other thing is, I don't know if I I don't know if it's worth me editing this right here because, you know, I don't know if anyone's going to actually watch it. This is the footage that I have from opening up the Action 5. Well, not that one. Yeah, so this is Action 5 footage. So not Action 5. This is Pocket 3 footage. Disorganized rack of crap. Yeah, I have. Yeah. This used to be organized. Don't judge. It used to be organized, and then I started riding my bike every day, recording stuff and like pulling stuff out, changing things out. So now it's just a mess. Yeah, it's a mess. So I had it in my, oh shit. Oh no, I can't publish this. I didn't realize that I had work stuff on my screen. Nah, we're not publishing that. Damn it. That's one thing that I need to be wary about. So normally I'm really good about it when I'm streaming. But if I'm recording and I'm not thinking about what's on my screen, yeah, that's something, man, that can ruin footage right there. So I'm going to delete this. I'm not going to use it. That's where I'm at. I don't want to edit it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. So we'll close that out and I'll recover some space. Okay, so that's deleting, and that's going to give me some more of my bandwidth or storage back. And this is almost done. So what was that, like a couple minutes, maybe 3 minutes to transfer 77 gigabytes? I think that's really, really good. And I thought I did move, but I guess I didn't. So let's delete this. The item was copied, but the original, stop. Okay. Wait, why is this complaining again? All right, stop. And then let's just restore it. It seems like it's here. I said Pocket 3. So one thing I need to get in the habit of is removing cameras that don't exist. So let me update my template right quick. Let's do that. That's something that I know I said I'm not going to edit, and I'm not editing, but my template needs to be updated because I now have a better idea of what I'm doing. So, let's do that. So Motovlog template, let's just copy it. Then we'll call it version 2. For now. The reason why I'm doing it this way is because I don't want to jack up the first one and like have to deal with issues. So we'll also rename this V2. And let's get these mics right. So we have the DJI Mic 2 and the H4E. Those are only mics that I have right now, I think. For like recording that I can get. If I, yeah, these are the only ones that I have. So move on. All right, video. We have now we're going to be using the Action 5, and we may have the Pocket 3, and I'm going to commit to not using any other camera. That's going to be the goal. Actually, no, there's another camera. There's Action 4, and let's make this even clearer. This is a Pro. And I know that the Action 4 is never going to be B-roll because I have different ones. Before I had 2 Action 4s, and I would mount one on the front of my bike and then another one on my helmet that's recording my audio. So now that I'm not doing it that way, this B-roll goes into Action 4. It'll only ever be used for that. And then for this, it could be both A-roll or B-roll. Okay, so that part's done. Let's go ahead and open this up. Okay, we will call this Motovlog V2. Right, we'll just say N for now. Do 0. Okay, this part's done. So I'll go ahead and close that out, and let's create do some label management. Or can I do labels? Is that part of the project? Huh, how do I get labels and stuff? Let's see, roles. Assign, oh, okay, there we are. So it's in modify, edit roles. So we have dialogue, that's going to be the helmet. And we'll say, that's it. It'll just be the helmet. And I think it'll create dialogue 1 on its own, if I'm not mistaken. Here, I'll try. Let's see. Dialogue 1. Oh, no. It created it. Is that how you... No, that's because that's not how you spell dialogue. I'm a dumbass. Okay, all right. That's what I was expecting. All right, so we're going to delete this. Okay. So we have ambience, and we're going to have motorcycle now. That's the new one. Okay, music. Yeah, we have music. So we'll have 2 types. We'll have background. And then we'll have another one. And this is just, it's not really background music, but it's just like, I don't know what you would call it. It's not intro. I'm gonna call it soundtrack because I don't know what else to call it. I'll figure out a better name one day in the future. And then sync, we don't really care about that. And let's come into video, A-roll, B-roll. Yeah, that's really all we have. Kinda, no, that's a lie. We also have slow-mo. Okay. Yeah, fine. I understand. Okay, so we got roles. Is there anything else? Let's make sure that the project settings are what I expect them to be. Yeah, standard, okay. And then we'll make sure that this is what I expect. No, this is wrong. By default, I want to say I'm going to only film in 24p from here on out. That's what I'm going to commit to. I just got to remember it. So we're going to do that. Okay, I think at this point, we're good. Actually, oh, I have an idea. I said I needed to do something before. I'm going to try that out. Let's create a new event. And we're going to call this something. I don't know what else to call it for now. It doesn't matter yet. So I'm going to create a timeline where I'm going to put some titles and stuff in here. So where's the title that I normally use? I don't have the title that I normally use. God damn it. Well, we'll create something new, I guess. So we'll come to this. Well, this is what I've been using right here. So we'll kind of put this here. This needs to be 4K, 24 frames per second. Yep, cool. All right, cool. And then we'll put right 0. And then I can start to, put something else in here. So I tried, like here, let me show what this. do that. So I did try putting in like something in Chinese, but I don't know. It didn't. I don't know. It didn't seem right. I'm trying to think. What's the verb for this? Is it cheat? Or is it T? Okay, so I forgot the verb to ride. So we're gonna figure that out. Oops, wrong thing. Ride, road. Oh, it is chi. Okay, so I was right. It's chi. Okay. Look at that. I actually knew. I was just testing y'all to make sure y'all knew what it was. Okay, so we'll put that in there. Okay, I was right. Well, wait, is that right? Is that the right chi? Of course it's gone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, right. Yep, cool. Actually, I want to see is like how do they use Roman characters for Ducati in Chinese? Ducati China. Let's see. So there's definitely one there. And it's oh, Shanghai, they have their own. Okay, oh, never mind. That's Das. Okay, so we'll go there. Can't be reached. Interesting. Let's see. Maybe I need to VPN. All right. Okay, I must not have the VPN installed on this. I have a VPN client, but it's on my laptop. Let's Google this. Okay. It may be indexed in wherever I don't even know what I'm doing. Shanghai. Okay, Ducati official club Shanghai. Woman Jungle something. Founded in 2013. I'm looking. So I don't know how you say Ducati in Chinese. And I would assume that, you know, only certain people who care about bikes. You know what? I know who would know. I actually know someone who would know. Let me ask her right quick. Oh, before I ask her though, I want to try to figure it out myself, and then I'm gonna ask her if this is right, and hopefully I am right. So let me share. I have a feeling that this is it right here. So let's see what that is. It probably wouldn't be Winling. Okay, yeah, that's it. Okay, so this right here must be Ducati. All right. So for this, I actually do need to, I think translate would be useful here. Oh, okay. So it's a transliteration. Ducati. Okay. All right, cool. So I figured it out. I'm going to ask her if this is actually, if this is the correct way to spell or say Ducati. I gotta go into the Chinese keyboard. So do, and then ka, di, Ducati. Okay. Yeah, that's the same characters. Okay. So if this is you know what I think it is, then we can make this actually say what it's meant to say. Man, I wish that this was larger. So this is Chida. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to assume that that's how you say Ducati. So I guess I am going to continue to use Chinese, or not continue. I'm going to use Chinese now instead of Japanese. I don't even know what that was saying before. This actually says something a little more meaningful. It's still not correct, but that's okay. I'll change it later. So we got that part, and then I want to have my subscribe thing pop in at some point. So I think I was using the glitch for that. Yeah. And I need to put a blank. I need blank space here. So is it P to do that? Yeah. So we'll put some blank space. We'll do maybe 10 seconds in, 15 seconds in. Okay, I guess I can't move it. All right, fine, whatever. So then we'll do that, and then I want this. Oh, no. Move this down here. Okay, it's a little bit too long. This is also way too long. We'll make this a lot shorter. Make it like 5 seconds max. Okay, and then we'll do that. Yeah, this is going to save me a lot of time because what I've been doing is I had to go and find another project that has it and I copy it all over. So now it'll just be part of my template. Look at me improving. Look at that. That's what happens when you work. You eventually get better at shit. Okay, and then I normally do, what is it? I don't remember what it is. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna have to go and open up another project to figure out what it is that I do. But the beauty of this is that I won't have to do this again. This is the last time ever in my life, hopefully, that I will ever have to do this. So we'll go to the Motovlog 25, open that up, and just look to see what I was doing. So we'll go into the project. Intro 4. Oh man, it would be so awesome if I could find that, like if I can do Shift F to get to whatever this is. I don't know what this is. It's just intro number 4. That's a terrible name. Okay, gosh. But that's okay. It's okay. It doesn't matter because I can just copy and paste it. Look at that. So we'll go into something. Yeah, we'll dump it here. Okay. And these are going to be called my, I don't know what these are called, like YouTube stuff. I don't know what else to call it, so we'll call it that. Now, one thing I would want to know is it possible to like bring this? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It's fine. So we're going to do that. And then I think this is the amount of time it is right now, but maybe it should be shorter. Yeah, we'll do 5 seconds. Man, it would be really dope if it told me the time. It's not doing that. Like, I don't understand Final Cut. It's Apple. That's what it is. You know, one would expect that you can see what you're doing. Like, you know, how many seconds is it now? Because that's actually what I'm doing. Like, that's what I care about. I don't want to have to use my mouse. I would like to use my keyboard and have a idea how long this clip is. So why does it take so long? We'll add another couple seconds and we'll turn off looping before it annoys me. We'll do 6 seconds. We'll add an extra few frames. Okay. See how long this is. This will be 5 seconds. And we'll make this 6 seconds. Okay, cool. Why is the site not working? I don't know what this says. This right here. I don't know what the hell that is. Wait, is this traditional? Oh, hey. Oh, I wonder if this is saying Street Fighter. If so, I didn't realize that was the verb for fight. Maybe this is. Oh no, it's not. Okay. Oh, it's not. Okay, but together. Let's see what they mean together. I'm pretty sure that means nothing together, because it's probably like something made up. Yeah, that's exactly what it's made up. Okay. So I got to look at Google for this one, translate for what that is. Chepa. What does that mean though? Oh, okay, sure. So how do they refer to it? So okay, I see. So Street Fighter, and then they say Street Fighter. So they have it in Chinese, and then, so Street Fighter is something. I've never seen this character in my life. Panigale before something. I'm trying to figure out how do they say Ducati Street Fighter. So this right here is Ducati right here. Oh, here it is. Okay, found it. Okay, so Ducati Street Fighter. This is Ducati Street Fighter right here. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's only street, and then okay, so motorcycle. Okay, I got it. So let me confirm that this is what I think it is. It may not be. Yes, correct. I am correct. But I think I want Street Fighter instead of Street Pike. So this will become that. There we go. Cool. So now we have something else. So we'll do that. Now, the other question is, do they say V4S or do they do it in Chinese? Is something that I don't know. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Oh, this is the black one. The hey said something, and then something. I don't know. I don't think they have a specific way. Maybe it's just V4. Maybe it's just maybe this is what I think it is, just V4S. So maybe I'll just do V4S like that. Maybe. The problem is that I'm in Chinese at this point, so we need to do V4S like that, so that it's not having a space. But I don't know. That doesn't seem right, so I'm going to ignore it. We're just going to ignore it. We're just going to ride Ducati. How about that? We're good. So we now have something, which maybe I shouldn't call it this. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. Maybe like titles and something. And we'll call it titles. I don't really know what else to call it right now. All right. Yeah. And then, yeah, I think this is good. So with that, let me close this. Oh, all right. I shouldn't have closed it. I need to first actually close the library, and then I'll lock it, and then I have my new template, new and improved template. So we'll close the library like that. I got spinning beach wall of death right now. That's what I'm waiting on. Okay, there we go. Okay, come to here, templates v2. We'll lock this down. Or is this ready to be locked yet? Oh, no, it's not ready to be locked. Okay, there's one other thing I need processed because I've been doing that again. Process audio. I need another role, but maybe I'll update it another time. Basically, I want to have a way to assign. You know what? I'm gonna do it now. I'm just gonna do it now. Like, why put it off? So there is another label that I forgot to add, and it is sync, kind of, but it's technically dialogue. And I'll call it voice ISO. Not ISO, but ISO. Now, what this is meant to do is whenever I have my wireless mic and I'm talking, what I want to do is make sure that when I'm doing my processing in Ableton Live, that it's not, I have to show it. I have dynamic EQ essentially going on. There is something else that I've been contemplating. In fact, let me download it right now. There's another plugin. Before I do that, let me close this because we're done with what I needed to do. I'm getting ahead of myself now. Okay, let's lock this down so that I don't jack it up in the future. Okay. And the plugin that I have been wanting to play around with is called Soothe 2. It is a resonance eliminator. 20-day. Why is it a 20-day free trial and not a 30-day? That's weird. Okay, so we're gonna come here, Soothe. Honestly, this is probably a good time to play with this kind of thing because I'm also debating whether or not I'm going to keep these specific headphones. I had to send these back because the box was damaged. I don't care how you feel about it. I paid a lot for these. I expect the box to be freaking meticulous. Like, I expect it to be perfect. So the box is damaged, so I'm sending these back. And depending on how this mix goes, will determine if I actually get another pair or if I go with another set of headphones. But so far, honestly, these sound really good. I also should be testing with the Sony, so I'll probably go back and forth to see if I can identify different frequencies that I wouldn't otherwise be able to identify. So I'm going to take the audio unit and then I'll do the VST3. I'm not going to do the 2. And I don't have Pro Tools anymore, so we're going to ignore Pro Tools. That's AAX for what it's worth. Okay. Move to trash. Yep. Okay. So we now should have this new thing, and I don't know who makes it. It's Oak OEK or something. So we're trying right now. Oh shit! I had to create an account. My gosh. And iLok. Fuck. I hate iLok. I actually try to avoid. I have an iLok account, but I hate iLok. I wish that there were a better license management that's not iLok. I fucking hate this shit. All right, so iLok. Kronos. What computer is this? Oh, this is Kronos. Yes, I want to do it on Kronos. I have more than one computer. Let's That's why I'm like, I don't know which one I need to do this on. Okay, so we're gonna come here and we should see it. Oh, okay, there we are. Cool. Okay, so I'm just gonna play around with this software and see what I can see. So I'm gonna turn this off and we're just gonna play with some sounds. And by we, I mean me. And you know, I might be alone here, but that's okay. You know, I've gotten used to talking to myself. I'm not crazy though. All right. I'm also I'm gonna change my scene here. And the reason for that is that, you know, y'all will be able to see the changes that are being made as I make them. As you can see, if I talk, you see things. And I want to confirm that we'll also see things happening here. So let's just find a loop to play with. And you can tell I don't actually use this for anything like that. I actually use my NPC. So I got to figure out where, like, how do you get sounds in here? Like, where I just need sounds. Audio effects, maybe? No, not audio effects. Samples. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Complex alien wave. No, we're not doing any of that. Anointed one. Wait a minute. Sure. All right, we'll use it. And it's going, yeah, it's working the way I expect. All right, cool. So we'll put this in here and we'll just loop it. So. Turn it down a little bit. Okay, so while that's going, let's get that plugin and put it on top. Okay. That loop point was weird. Let me fix that. Oh, man. The timing is off. Okay, all right, cool. We got it looping. All right, let's play around with this. I'll also throw an EQ on here if I can find it. Where's my EQ? All right, guided tutorial. Cool. Let's go through a tutorial. So getting started, 10 minutes. Sure, we'll do that. Oh, wait, whoa. Soothing drums. We'll go through the getting started. So press next. Okay, sure, I'll press next. It's best to bypass all plugins before and after soothe. Wait, what? Before and after soothe. Oh, for the tutorial. Oh, my bad. Okay. All right, well then, let's just get rid of that. Press next to cover some of the basics. Soothe, yeah, I know that. That's why I want to use it. The reason why I'm doing this is because I was doing something a little silly to try to remove certain resonant frequencies, but I was failing at it, you know, on my motorcycle. The reason for that is as I go up my RPM range, the resonance frequencies change. You know, they go up and down as the RPM goes up and down. Hint. Oh, and the volume goes high. Like the higher the RPM, the higher pitched, you know, things are, and the louder it is. So there's all kinds of issues. All right, so through this dynamic res, yeah, that's why we're using it. So let's hear it. Whoa, wait, what? Where's this audio coming from? Press bypass. Oh, okay. All right. This is going to save me time. I don't have to create an EQ to try to get rid of that, which it wouldn't even work anyways. The downward notch, okay. Delta mode may lets you hear resonant soothe is taken out, so I can press it to hear it. Oh, okay. This, all right, so you see here how different notes, the resonances change. This is what I was looking for. Now, obviously, you don't want to remove the highest frequencies because typically if you're playing a note, and I'm not doing music, but if I were, the note is literally the loudest frequency. It's your fundamental frequency, and you definitely don't want to remove that. Depth controls the big cut soothes makes to depth. Oh, that right there. More depth means more reduction. Adjust it to 5. Okay. Selecting any of the band notes opens the band controls. Okay. Okay, and we get frequency, sensitivity, a Q factor, and a balance. Hopefully it's going to tell me what this balance means. I'm not sure what that actually, but I know what the rest of these mean, but I don't know what this means. Adjust the band sensitivity by dragging the note up and down. Oh, that's dope. So I don't even have to use this. Or you could use the knobs. The higher the note, the more soothing will be applied to that region. Okay, got it. I would probably use this because it's hard to... Or can I hold shift to keep it? Oh, look, I can. I can hold shift to do slow. And I can not hold shift to do fast. What does command do? Command is... Oh, look at that. Command does the Q. But it still moves this. So what I would end up doing is just using these. Because I wouldn't want to have to move this around. Okay, so the higher the note, yeah. Drag the band 1 up. And yeah, sure, I've already done that. Okay. Alright, adjust the band's center frequency. Drag the note left and right. Or use the frequency knob. Okay. So this is probably what I would do. Let's just do this. Where does it want me to put it? Drag the band note sideways. Oh, does it want me to actually drag it with my mouse? Why is it not working? I saw this thing light up and it said that I did it, and now it's saying that I didn't. I'm not doing it. This is band 1. Yeah, I've already done this. Sure. Okay, it won't let me do it. Okay, fine. There we go. Great. Let's use to target those nasty high frequency resonances. Okay. Select band 1. Or about dragging a note while holding option. Oh, okay, that's easier. So like, let's turn off that and then. Okay, and it toggles. Or it's not a toggle, it's a hold. Okay, that works. Okay. And toggle bypass for a nice before and after comparison of audio signal by pressing bypass. Okay. All right, I can continue. Yeah, I don't need to continue. We're good. Okay. Stereo techniques. I guess I do need to do that because I am recording in stereo. Normally with mics, all mics are mono. The only way that you can get a stereo mic is to have two mics. So, no, I am running two mics in an XY configuration. That's just what is, no, that's the default for this thing that I use my recorder. So this is going to come in handy because each mic picks up a different signal. And in fact, one of my mics is louder than the other. So let's make this a little, wait, welcome to stereo. In this tutorial, we learned, I guess it's going to give me an example here, so I don't have to worry about anything. So let's go. So remember bypass, I'll play. Yeah, I've already done that. Wait, do I need to do this again? Okay, this is, yeah, this is a lifesaver right here. It will do it for me on stereo. Oh, that's, all right, this is dope. So, all right, fine, we'll use the low cut. I wonder why, like, is this something that they recommend doing all the time, is to cut out lower frequencies when you're doing stereo? Oops. There we go. And if I hold option. All right, so I guess these are the frequencies being affected. On the left side of the stereo image. Now, this is confusing to me now. What do they mean by the left side? How do I know what side I'm on? It says left-right mode right now. It doesn't say that this is the left side. I don't understand this. Where's this coming from? So select band 2 and then adjust the frequency to, I did that. But it's saying on the left side of the stereo image. Like, how do I get to the right side of the stereo image? Maybe they're going to tell me. All right, now we'll target the resonances on the hi-hats. Okay. Just want me to select it and then 4.2K. Can I just enter it? Yes, I can. 4200 and 12 dB. I wonder if I can tab. Yes, I can tab. Look at that. I can use keyboard. Perfect. And a Q factor of 1.5. All right, I like this. I can use my keyboard for this. All right, the stereo section over here has controls that affect SUSE. These controls are only available in SUSE starting on the stereo track. Okay, got it. Okay. Stereo link controls how SUSE processes the stereo channels. Love that right there. When stereo link is at 100%, both channels are processed the same way. When stereo link is at 0, both channels are processed independently. We want to process the channel separately, so we'll use stereo link to 0. This still doesn't, I am still unclear. How do I target left or right? I don't see that anywhere in this UI. Yeah, I know I did a quick look over, but I'm normally pretty quick with finding things, and I don't see it. Okay, we want to process. Yeah, got it. Process is happening independently on left and right channels. Unlinking the processing can be useful when resonances are different on stereo, and this is the case for me. This is definitely the case for me. Process channels separately will use usually to changes in the stereo image. That's fine. Balance controls the amount of processing for each stereo channel. Use balance to focus processing more on one stereo channel in particular. Only right. Only left. All right, I don't like this control. It's hard to, it's confusing to me. Can I use my, oh, I can scroll. All right, so I can use my scroll wheel, so I'm not completely unhappy. Use balance, focus, delta, okay. Bypass. It's only on left. This means the resonance is only cut from the left stereo channel. Still A/B comparison to see how this affects the. I can hear a difference. Now it's harder for me because I also hear over here on my right ear, but it does change this. It does change it significantly on the left. I don't know if y'all can catch that. For what it's worth, that's why I'm using these headphones, just so I can actually hear shit. You can also control the stereo balance on individual frequency bands. Let's target the right and left using stereo band balance. Press delta. Okay. Select band 2, change band 2, balance only on. Oh shit. Okay, all right, this is dope. So each band has its own. This is dope. This is really useful, and you'll understand why when I start playing my audio in a bit, like my actual motorcycle audio. All right, so change band 2 to balance only on the left. Okay. All right, target the hi-hats on the right side of the track. What do you mean by the right side of the track? I guess this is a track. Maybe this, wait, left, right. Okay, I do see left, right now, but I guess this is the right. I don't know. Change band 3 to balance only on the right. Sure. Oh, I see why they're doing it. I see why. So because these are different mics and they're in different positions, the resonance is going to happen in different places in different frequency range. Let's take resonance on both sides stereo image. Let's compare how this sounds. Okay, oh, now we get some piano. All right. We'll explore using the mid-side stereo mode. Mid-side. We can use soothe to tone down the low-mid frequency buildup that makes the piano sound unclear. We can also cut the high-mid frequencies that could mask vocals or other. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. Okay. This is useful. So I can't do it now, but after I show this, I'll show some of my presets that I've made in ProQ to try to do this, to handle this. And this just does it built in. Okay, let's bypass. So I'm getting the workflow. So you want to bypass first. You want to select your mode. You want to find like different areas where the frequency, I guess where the resonances are. At this point, I'm still unclear how to find the resonance. Does it give me tools to do that? Or am I still expected to look at my monitoring, my meters to find that? Okay, so we're in bypass. All right, so we'll go ahead and click next. Stereo divides the original signal into mid and side channels. The mid channel is mono. Everything that is the same between the left and right channels. Okay. Side channel is everything that's different. So this is something that you can manually do It's just you got to put in effort. I don't like putting in effort. So the fact that there's a button here that allows me to do that is pretty dope. Now I wonder if they're going to put in some vocals so that we can actually hear it. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is dope. This is really cool. All right, so we only want to do mids. And set the balance to only the side. Oh, it wants me to put it on only side now. Okay. I'm glad that this thing came with a tutorial, because it would have taken me like a month to figure this out, because I wouldn't just sit here and play with it that long. I would just try to get shit done and then over time get better at it. Use band 1 to cut the low frequency. So all right, cool. It wants me to pull that down to -12 and 230. Does it want me to like do it this way, maybe? I've done that. Oh, I did -12. My bad, dumbass. Okay. I forgot that you go up to remove the resonance. I forgot. That's this the opposite of what I would. It's I don't know. I don't think that way. It's backwards to me. But no, it's fine. And we're gonna do a Q factor of 6. I have a feeling that I'm going to have to put this on 2 separate tracks. I'm going to have to put one on my motorcycle, which my motorcycle is an instrument to me, right? You can think of it however you like, but it's an instrument to me. And then I have my voice, which is a second instrument. My voice is going to be mono, and then I'll probably want to process my motorcycle in this mid side mode and make sure that it's only on the side. Yeah, I'm just thinking about how I'm gonna like do my mixing using this new tool. So let's do the resonance in the high mid frequencies using band 2. It's still not clear to me, like, how do you find, does it not give you any tools to find the resonances, or do I have to still find it myself? Which is fine, because this is doing a lot for me. But it'd be dope if I don't have to do shit. I can just like, just put it on. For what it's worth, when I do finally figure out like what my settings are, I'll create a preset. You can create presets in Ableton, and then I can also create an audio chain, an effects chain. I think an effects racker. I forget what they call it, but like an effect where you have a bunch of effects in chain, and I can save that as like an effect, and then I can just drag and drop onto my track, and I don't have to do any of this stuff anymore. So I really only have to get it set up once, and so long as nothing changes, we're good. So once we hit delta, select band 2, and then only do mid. Oh, I see what's happening. So this band here, which is where my vocals would typically be, for me, I think my vocal that I have it set to is about 2.3K, not 1.7. But it seems like you find the resonance or something in here, and then you can move it to where your vocal is. And then so long as you set this to only mid, it'll do the processing on the mid. That's what I'm assuming is happening here. I'll verify later. So to recap, use band 1 to clear out muddiness in the side channel. And then we use band 2 to make room for the lead vocal or lead instruments in the mid channel. Okay, so and we're using a bell curve. I wonder why we don't. Yeah, let's listen to this. Okay. All right, I got it. Cool. So we're good. Soothing vocals. So this is a little challenging because my vocal isn't just my vocal. Also, my current workflow is such that I don't actually do any vocal work in Ableton. I only bring in the voice ISO. That's what I was talking about earlier. And I was like, I have another role where I'll use the voice isolation to basically like 85% in Final Cut. And then I would export that so that I have that very processed track. And then I'll put that on a track in Final Cut. I'm not Final Cut, in Ableton, and sidechain it into my EQ so that my processing, my dynamic EQ only comes in when my voice is talking. It's basically, think of it like ducking, but I'm doing it on EQ. Now, this resonance thing is going to change the way I do stuff because I'm trying to do both with the EQ. And honestly, it's not really something that's truly possible. But, I did the best that I could, with the tools that I had. I don't know if I need to go through this smoothing for vocals right now, but I think I want to do is just play around with it. So let's do some things. All right. So I don't hear anything right now. That's interesting. So it's maybe because I'm in this tutorial. Let's come out. Let's see how do I get back to tutorial? Disable tooltips, auto band, listen, use. Shit. I may not be able to get back into the. Oh, and I can say presets. Okay. But how do I get into the tutorial though? Oh, well, maybe maybe it's this question mark. Yeah. All right, cool. Figured it out. So, okay. All right, cool. So we got my little thing. I'm gonna play with some actual audio that I would be using. So let's go to somewhere. Where's Finder? Okay. So I have some audio that I can use here in this. Wait, why is this Modo Mix project here? Why is this here? I'm going to delete it. Hopefully it's not important, but that definitely shouldn't be there. Okay, so we'll go to something that I know that I was talking in, which I want to say is this Motovlog 26. The problem is that there's a lot of audio, but that's okay because I already have a project. So we'll just do that. We'll open up the session. Don't save. We don't need to save any of that. Okay, cool. So we have a session. Let's turn down the audio. And let's go to a section where I have some talking. We'll loop it right in here. Okay, cool. So we're going to turn this down. We'll just do this for now.
I just published that video not long ago.
All right, so this is the super processed voice isolation.
My mic didn't connect to the camera.
Now notice that it sounds shitty. I don't care because I'm only using it as an input to control when the dynamic EQ happens. And let me show what I'm talking about. Because maybe that's not something that's well known. Which one is it? It's this one here. So I have a dynamic EQ here, so that's what this is. And here's my threshold, and you see here is side chained. So it's, if I come here and open this up, you'll see here that is side chained to this helmet track right here. So as I am talking, let's play it.
I think my 3rd month of
So you'll see here that there's, every time I talk that this goes up.
Monster 1200R.
And when I talk, this goes down.
Although that's probably one of my all-time favorite bikes.
All right, so if I turn down the mix, it stops being processed.
So I had it in my mind that super sports were the best kind of bike.
All right, so that's currently what I'm doing. All right. The reason why I do this processing is because if there was a lot of my motorcycle noise in here, this will always be happening and just jacking up the tone of my motorcycle. So we're going to try some different things. Oops, I'm over here deleting, like that's going to do something. So this is fine. We're going to leave this alone. I don't really need to do anything with that. I do eventually want to bring more of my audio workflow into Ableton, but we'll do that over time. So here is my effects rack. And what I'm going to do is just turn it off. So we'll hear what my motorcycle sounds like, just raw.
Well,
oh, wait, hold on, I'm tripping. We only want to hear this. Let me turn it down by a lot. Okay, we'll slowly turn it up. Okay, so this is what my bike sounds like. All right, so turn it all the way up. There's a lot of resonant frequencies in there. Like I hear it, it's freaking just, oh, it's annoying. So we're gonna play with this new thing. And honestly, I probably will buy this because so far, I'm impressed. Oh, factory. Oh, there's presets. I don't think any of these presets are relevant to what I'm doing. I'm gonna have to make my own, unfortunately. So we'll start with a flat start, and I don't hear anything. Oh, it's not. Okay. Is it going in? No input. Okay. Toggle always hide the select band controls. No, I don't want to do that. Changes the size of the GUI. Let's do a large. Actually, we'll do huge. I'm blind now. I'm an old man. Okay. Right now, depth is completely off. Sharpness. All right, we're in left-right mode. And we're going to go through these. I'm probably going to do mid-side mode, but for now, we'll start in left-right mode. The mix is at 100, and there's nothing happening now. What the? Why does it keep playing? Why does my cue keep moving to over there? It's really annoying. It's like I don't know. I don't understand. All right, you know what? Let's go. Let's just try cue. Okay, fine. That's not helpful. I was expecting to see audio in here. I'm not seeing any audio. It's almost as if it's not working. We definitely don't need a side chain. So it's on the right track, but I don't see any waveform, and I expected that to happen. That we did just see that, right? Like that's how it was working. It was, you would see stuff. Oh my gosh, it's doing it again. Yeah, there's no input. So I got to figure out why. Why is that the case? Oh, wait, hold on, wait, whoa. Oh, I was in the delta. Okay. All right, I'm done. All right, cool. So it is working. I was just being dumb. Yo, what's up, Kazukan? Sorry. So I guess this right here is always going to be a cut. And then this right here is just like get rid of the frequencies altogether. Okay, I got it. So this seems like it's actually moving. Let's do delta. Okay, that's fine. But how do I bypass? That's what I want to do. I thought, is it only you? Are you only doing one or the other? I thought the last thing it was showing me a waveform. I could have swore I was looking at a waveform. Let me go back into my stream to see, because this is a superpower, by the way. This is what happens when you record yourself. So I'm going to just go back into history and see what it is that I was doing. And see if there were waveforms happening. Yeah, there was. Okay, there was. Why am I not seeing that now? Yeah, that's an issue. I should be seeing something. I'm going to try putting this on this channel here, which this should be a mono channel if I'm not mistaken. Let's put it on here and we'll play it. So I see it here. So now I'm curious, is it a function of oh wait, hold on, factory default. Let me go to factory default here and see if that actually makes a difference. Make sure I'm on the right track. Okay, it works now. What the hell? Okay, so I guess I just have to redo it. Okay, fine. So let's do delta. Okay, perfect. So what I would do is now take this right here, and I think it's at like 2.3K, 2200. And we'll do 6 decibels. The Q, yeah, we'll do half an octave, that's fine. And then let's see what we get. Now I'm curious, what is this right here? Are these frequencies that is designated as like they need to be dealt with, maybe? All right, whatever. We're gonna put this in not left right mode. We're gonna do mid side. This right here is going to be only mid, and then we'll have to figure out which ones go to the side. So we have only mid here. And then on the balance side, I actually only want this to be only on the sides. So let's do a before after. Wait a minute, why is that? Okay, that's still muted. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I don't have my real audio, so what I'm going to do is look for where this is. Show in Finder. And the audio for this, the original audio, is somewhere in here in this DJI mic. Oh, fuck, I don't know what it is. Fuck. Okay. Oh, damn it. So the only way this is going to work is I have to find the original audio that's not processed, because I definitely don't want to do this. But I'm just going to do it for now. It's going to sound like shit, but that's okay. It's fine. I'm going to put this on, and let's make sure that my EQs are set. And it says to put this before, so I'll do that. And I'm going to just use a preset for this one and see how that goes. So let's come into here. We'll find something for vocals. Let's see, clean up a little vocal harshness. Honestly, this isn't, I'm removing the resonance just from my helmet. Oh, that's good, bro. I'm glad that you're doing all right. I heard some messages in the Discord. I don't know if somebody, I don't know who that was. Maybe that was you. If so, my bad. Oh, maybe I'm lying. It's in another channel that I'm thinking of. My bad. Okay. Where was I? Oh, I have, no, I don't have the project open. So I'm just going to select something, but in reality, what I'm doing is I'm removing the resonance from my helmet for my vocals. But for now, I'm just going to just take on, clean up little vocal harsh. I'm just going to do this, just something, just to hear what we sounding like. And why is this should be a mono track. But it's not, because I exported it from Final Cut. Okay, so this won't sound correct, but I don't really know what else I can do. So we'll turn this down by 9 decibels.
Well, I guess I can talk a little bit about my bike. The last time I did this ride, which I just published that video not long ago, I think it was Ride to Conroe, my mic didn't connect to the camera. I actually did check this connector now. I could be talking to myself again. But I did a whole bunch of talking about this bike on that ride.
So I no longer have to do this.
But talk a little bit about the bike now. So this is, I think, my 3rd month of owning the Street Fighter V4S. I'm coming from a Monster 1200R, which I love. That's probably one of my all-time favorite bikes. Surprisingly, I came from a Panigale before that, and I had it in my mind that super sports were the best kind of bike until I got a Naked, and I like the Naked category so much that I decided to get another one.
Actually, I want to do a whole octave.
This is now my 2nd Naked.
Do too.
And I love this bike.
We'll go a little. We'll double it.
Comfortable or like practical. I'm not saying the Monster's practical, but it's not. Yeah, actually it is. I could put someone on the back very easily on the Monster. So it's not as comfortable or practical as that bike, but
okay. Now I'm noticing the tone change. Wait, hold on. I wonder if that's from something else.
Month of owning the Street Fighter
It is.
V4S.
Okay.
I'm coming from.
So this is going to change how my workflow happens. I'm going to have a 3rd track. One of them is going to be the voice ISO, and then the other one is going to be the helmet from the DJI, which is 32-bit float. So I'll do my EQ on that track. So basically, all like this helmet is going to become. This is where the DJI audio is going to go, and then I'm going to create another track for the voice ISO, which will then be fed into this motorcycle thing over here into the side chain. Let me find that. So here, the side chain right here, and then I will continue to do the dynamic EQ to turn down certain frequencies, but I'm just going to do it a lot less. So I can just pull this mix down a little bit and just go by ear. So that's I'm gonna have to spend some time, developing this, like figuring out how this is all supposed to, piece together this new workflow, because it's a little bit more complicated now. Because I need a 3rd track in order to make all of this work. And I also got to figure out how do I ensure things are in sync in Final Cut. So that's the first part. Import the audio into Final Cut, get all of the things synced, export all of the audio tracks, which are roll. So I would just export the sync roll, which is going to be the voice ISO, the helmet roll, which is under dialogue, and then the motorcycle roll, which is here. Except I can't export it. That's the problem. The only thing that I can export is the voice ISO. The other two things, I want to take the source files, because if I export it out of Final Cut, it's going to resample it to 24-bit, 48 kilohertz. Now, I don't want that because my mic's recording 32-bit. So now it'll be clipping. I won't be able to recover that information if I do it that way. So yeah, these are the things I have to think about. So I'll figure this out. This is probably going to be, it's probably going to take me like 5 or 10 rides to dial this in. Real talk. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be up to, I guess. So now it's just up to me to go out for a ride at some point. We have good weather now, so it's probably the best time to go do it is right now. Yeah, that's that. So we'll come back to my other screen. I'm curious, do y'all have any questions? Any thoughts? And while y'all figure out if you want to say something, I'll just put my music back on, because we're done with playing around here. At least I'm done with showing, because like I'm gonna have to put some time into figuring that one out. Do you prefer to ride in the fall? Not sure, I guess. Yeah. It don't matter. I just prefer to ride when it's not raining and when it's not stupidly hot with the sun out. Like if it's stupidly hot and the sun's not out, I don't care. But if the sun's out and it's stupidly hot, then I don't want to be on it. I don't want to deal with that. The only time that I don't like to ride is when it's stupidly cold. And for me, that's anything under 70. That's stupidly cold on a bike. However, that being said, I have winter gloves, as well as like all of my jackets, they come with the insulating layer. And my pants are, they're very thick anyways, and I can put on my thermal compression pants. So I can ride in the winter down to 60 degrees. So if it's 60 degrees outside, I'm comfortable with that gear, with my colder weather gear. Now, if it's below 60, like if it's 50, I can still ride. It's just not as comfortable. I would normally have to put on my I don't know what you call it, but it's like a head, it's like a face sock or something, a baklava. I don't know what you call it. You put the thing on and it's insulated. It covers your neck, your head, and all that. So normally, I mean, you could wear that in the summer too if you sweat a lot. But yeah, I would put on one of those, and I can still do it. It just wouldn't be comfortable. I can only do it for like 30-40 minutes. Unfortunately, I opted to get the Rizoma billet aluminum hand grips, so I threw away my opportunity to have heated hand grips. It's not compatible with it. So, and I didn't want the heated hand grips, the Ducati ones, because they're that disgusting stock hand grip feel I don't like. So I decided to go with my Vanity and get the hand grips that I like to look at and that feel nice, and that, the grip is good, but the cold weather ability is not there. But to be fair, I've never had a motorcycle with heated hand grips anyway, so I don't feel like I'm missing anything yet. Now, had I opted for those, my next bike, I'd be like, I need heated hand grips. But yeah. Oh, of course, I know. I would hate. I know most states I would hate. That's why I have no problems with Texas. I know a lot of folks who are always complaining about where they live and looking at other places as if they're better. I know better. It's like, it's unlikely that anywhere else is better than where I'm at. And I'm not saying that other places are worse. It's just that every place has its problems and issues. And, it's just like you pick what you want to deal with. For me, I'm fine with dealing with whatever I have here because I was born here. I'm used to it. And it's normal. It's just like, it's just normal, literally. Like, I don't know any other way. So actually, that's a lie, but you could think of it that way. By the way, let me show. I know I did a mini unboxing. It wasn't really a true unboxing, but I did a mini unboxing of these. See? The box is messed up, but the headphones are fine. And everything else is fine. It's just the outer box is messed up. Overall, though, these headphones, I am able to hear things that I wasn't able to hear before. From certain headphones and certain frequencies, right? Who do you like them so far? Or I'm just assuming you mean like, do I like them so far? Yeah, they're pretty good. So the I don't know if this is a problem per se, but I'm gonna categorize it as a problem. Also, let me turn off my light. It's too bright. So I have headphones. Like I have really good headphones. In fact, we can go over those right quick. Let me figure out how to do that. Oh, I'm already in the right scene. I'm tripping. Give me a second. I'm gonna go grab my other. I have some other headphones over there. Let me go grab them. I'll be right back. All right. Sit down right quick. And I'm also turn the light back on. Since I'm going to be trying to show this, it'll be easier for you to see details with the lights on. One password will update when they have. Okay, just do it. Okay, let's raise the seat up a little bit higher. Okay, I'm almost good to go. I'm getting this cable off situated so it's not dangling everywhere. All right, so we're gonna do some headphones, you know. So let's start off with these. By the way, I used my Diddy oil recently to condition the leather. That's actually why I bought some Diddy oil. So these are the Sonys. They are the MDR7 or Z7 M2s. I like to think of them as a mini ZR1. I think that's what those are, the MDR ZR1s, which is Sony's flagship. I actually prefer the way I like the way that these look better. The flagship, they have like this dome that comes out with like a texture. I'm fine with the texture. I just don't like the dome. So these are dynamic headphones. And I think last time I found out it's like a 70 millimeter driver. And yeah, like initially I was like, these sound trash, but I listened to them recently on my my headphone output here, and they didn't sound anything like what I remembered them sounding like. They actually sound really pleasant. The bass, there is bass. So no, now that I'm like, oh, these actually don't sound bad at all. It may be me. Maybe I've changed. It could be that. But yeah, these are it. And they have a balanced cable, all that kind of crap. So these sound good, right? If I had to say, you know, if I had to put a ranking on them, so far, and I'm not ranking these yet because I haven't had them long enough to really, you know, form a true opinion. But if I had to rank these, just what I have now, I have 3 sets of headphones. These are my 3rd best pair. Like 3rd best. Now we get into these right here. These are the Sennheiser HD 660S. All right. So these are dynamic open back headphones. And historically, most of my headphones have been closed back, but these are my first dynamic driver open back. They're not my first open backs. These headphones, I love these. These are really nice. They're really, really comfortable. They're really light. You know, it's all plastic, but I don't really care. I do like the ear pads. You know, these are the only headphones that I have that don't have leather ear pads, except for these headphones back here. I got some headphones right here. Maybe you know what these are. These are the Apple AirPod Maxes or whatever. They don't have leather either, but I don't consider these in the same category. These are just like for my phone and my iPad and stuff like that. Travel, that kind of thing. Travel headphones. So yeah, I would rank these as my second best pair of headphones. However, these, I don't know, like I use them for different things, right? So these are my default go-to headphones. I'm wearing them all the time. The reason why is that they're light, right? So they're not necessarily the best sounding to me that I like for the type of stuff that I like to listen to, but these are phenomenal for most things, for everything. And that's why these are always at my desk. And this is why you always see me wearing them. It's because, you know, these are my default headphones. Now, my best sounding headphones, in my opinion, and it's just based on the music that I listen to, are these right here. These are the Audeze LCD2s. I forget which edition, but like, you know, they're planar magnetic headphones. And, you know, you can kind of see here. You can actually see through it if you really try it. If I can get it to do that. But yeah, so it's a planar magnetic headphone. And the bass hits. All right, that's why I like these. The bass hits. For real. Like these right here, the bass, it's got some bass. It's got a little mid bass. It's warm sounding, more warm than other headphones from Sennheiser that I've heard. But compared to these, not even a comparison. These are the bass. The problem with these are they're big as hell and they're heavy as hell. These things weigh almost 2 pounds. Almost. It's like 1.5 pounds. Or 700 grams or something like that. Is heavy, right? No, they're not comfortable for longer than 3 hours. You know, after 3 hours, I'm like, I got to take a break because, you know, you start feeling pressure on your head and all that kind of stuff. So while these are my best sounding headphones, they're heavy. So yeah, that. Now with all that out of the way, these headphones are light. They're lighter than these headphones. These headphones are lighter than the Sony's, right? So far, these are. Hold on, wait. Let me check. Let me confirm. Okay, these are heavier than the Sony's too. They're heavier than the Sony, so that is a downside. But, and this may not seem like, you may be like, oh, well, why would you just not keep these? These sound like a mix of these headphones right here, and it's got bass similar to this. It's not the same. Like these have more bass. I'm not even gonna lie, but this is definitely, it's like a mix between these two, right? So, you know, I get a lot of that. I hear a lot of detail, like a lot of detail, more detail than I normally hear in these. And honestly, there are details that I hear in these that I don't hear in these. So yeah, like as far as lightness, you know, I can keep these on for a while. They're really comfortable. And I like the way they look. It's all leather, you know, everything is 100% leather. They sound really good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, they sound really good. So to answer your question, do I like these? Yeah, I like them. But the reason why I'm going through all this is that I have a lot of headphones. And I also have, I only have these monitors now, but I used to have other types of monitor, studio reference monitors. So my experience was good audio is different. It's kind of what I'm trying to get at. Oh, this is Oman. I used to that's where I was. Man, I need to go back to Oman. I miss it. I don't know why I'm here. Nah, these won't be my new default headphones. Nah. The reason why is that they're closed back. Now, to be clear, I actually wanted a pair of closed back headphones. Because at the time when I was looking, I was like, I'm not using these until I listened to them again. I was like, you know what? These sound good, but I won't mix with these. I'm not going to mix with these. Like, I could, but these right here. I like these right here for mixing. So they do just enough isolating my background because they are closed back. And, you know, they sound similar to these. And I say similar, I'm not really saying that it, like, the things that I like about these headphones are present in these headphones. Now, I haven't heard the HD 800Ss yet, so I can't say if, you know, like what these sound like in comparison to that. But just listening to my voice right now in these headphones, it sounds different. Like, not in a bad way, but no, it actually sounds meaningfully different. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So what will likely happen is these headphones will be used at my MPC. No, and I don't want to, like, if it's late, if I can't sleep, which is, you know, more often than you'd expect. I don't know, just come and do stuff on my computer or play on the MPC. So when it's late and I don't want to have like these monitors turned up loud, banging and shit. Plus they're not in front of me, so it's like it's not as fun. I would use these right here because they have bass. They hit relatively. Plus, you know, I can actually I can plug them into my MPC. The problem with these headphones, and I do have an adapter for these, is that, you know, you can't, it's not an easy way to just plug them into things. Now, I do have the adapter, the lightning adapter, but it's short and it's fragile because it's a thin cable. And I want to make sure that it doesn't break, so I rarely use it. To be fair though, I bought these as Bluetooth headphones, right? So these sound good for listening to music. You know, they're fun to listen to. Do they sound the best? No, not even close. But they sound good enough for travel. You know, if you've never had a good pair of headphones, these are pretty good. This is a good start, I think. Well, you forgot, Jimmy. They just released the new AirPod Maxes. You remember? Just last month. Where they gave us some new colors, and it is USB-C now. So yeah, you could use your USB-C. Now, it's not a USB-C audio interface, so you can't just plug it in and expect to hear audio. Unless you can, I don't know. Like, maybe they added an interface where you can actually do that. But there is a special cable that Apple will sell you, at least on the Lightning side. And it's also for your iPhone and also for the iPad, the old iPads, where it converts it to 3.5 millimeter. And then the headphones themselves will do the A to D. I'm sorry, the D to A conversion. That's a lie. I'm sorry. It does the A to D conversion. All right, sorry, I'm over here. I lost my train of thought. It does the A to D conversion. So yeah, yeah. These are the headphones. So it looks like I have a lot now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 4 pairs of headphones. So far, listening wise, just based off of sound, okay? If I had to rank these, well, I'll have to rank it on based on different things. I had to rank it based off of accuracy versus I just like listening to my music on them. So these will still rank number 1. No, it's just as far as just listening to my music on, these still rank number 1. And a big part of that is because of the technology. It's planar magnetic, which means, you know, better bass response, deeper bass, but also they're open back. And in general, I prefer open back headphones to closed back. So it's unlikely that I would ever put on a pair of closed back headphones and be like, oh yeah, I prefer it over a pair of open back headphones. So maybe this isn't a good comparison. Let's first compare based off of closed back versus open back. So closed back, the best ones are these so far. Just They're just the best ones. Even though these have a little bit more bass, these are still better. These have bass. It's tight. That's the best way I can explain it. If you've ever been in like a dope whip with a dope sound system, it's just tight. I can't give you, if you haven't, I don't know how else to explain it, but the bass is tight. It's not muddy. It's not all over the place. It's well composed. It can handle volume very well without breaking down. Now, I don't really listen to a lot of volume, so it's like that's not that big of a deal, but from a technical performance, that's actually really good. These are number 2 as far as sound quality for closed backs. Okay. And then these are number 3 because these are technically closed back. They do have transparency mode. So I'm also going to compare it with the open back because it has transparency mode and isolation mode, which is even like noise isolation, noise cancellation. So, maybe this is its own class because it does transparency and isolation and just regular, just nothing. And then it has a mic, and then it has, what do you call that? What do they call their thing? Spatial audio. Like it has all that shit, so like these are good for a lot of reasons, but from just pure listening, no, not really. Okay, now when it comes to open backs, still number 1, number 2, and then I'm gonna give this an honorable mention, number 3. So like in both cases, in all cases, these are number 3, but you got to keep in mind that I'm ranking these behind what many would call some of the best headphones that you can buy. Or, they're like maybe not the best, but they are in that category of if you know, that kind of thing, right? So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with these headphones. I like them. Now, I still have another pair of headphones that I am going to get at some point. I don't know when, but I feel like I should own a pair of HD 800Ss. I don't want the 800. I want the 800S. The reason why I haven't bought any yet is because I was hoping and kind of expecting, because they've been out for a long time, that they would come out with a revision 2, like a S2. But maybe they're not going to do it. So maybe I'll buy it. I'm going to give it another 6 months, maybe a year, just to see if Sennheiser does an updated version. If they don't, I'll just get the 800S. The reason why I feel a certain kind of way about it is because like they're not cheap, and I'm like, this 7-year-old design headphone or whatever. It's like things have changed. It's like I would like to get the best. Let me see, HD 800S. See what they cost right now. Okay, they're cheaper than they once were. They used to be $1,500. 20. Oh shit, maybe 23% off. Okay. All right. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe for 23% off, that's a deal. Okay. All right. Yeah. That's actually, that's hard to pass up. 23% off. I'm going to wait though. Maybe they'll go to like 30 or 40% off for like Black Friday or something. One can hope and dream. But yeah, hopefully that gives you something, I like them. They're pretty dope. These right here. And the unboxing experience is pretty cool too. Although the box is damaged. That's what I've been like complaining about for the past day, is that I paid all of this money for these headphones and the box looks like it's been used. Like, I don't know. I got it from Amazon. I'll just say that I got it from Amazon. And here, let me show. I normally don't like to show these types of things. Don't judge. I'm showing just because, we're over here talking, chatting about headphones. So let's find the headphones. By the way, there were some other headphones that I was contemplating, but I decided not to get them because they don't have removable ear pads. That is a must. Like, I'm sorry. Like, if I'm just not willing to buy anything that doesn't have removable ear cups at this point in my life. All of my headphones have them. Literally all of them, including the Apple ones. which are my second cheapest pair of headphones, or second least expensive pair of headphones. I want to say that these HD 660s, I want to say that these were the cheapest. I actually don't know how much they cost. I should go look. Let's see here. What are we looking for? Focal, Stelia. Okay. Huh, open box. I wonder if I could save money if the box is not jacked up. My issue is that my box is jacked up. For the price, I expect to have a perfect box, everything to be perfect. So this is what the box is leather. All right. So there's a reason why I'm going in. Sweaty ears. I don't know. I don't have sweaty ears. Wait, why would your ears be sweaty? I'm confused. So yeah, this box right here, this is a big deal to me. I'm just like, for the amount of money, these are $3,000 headphones. All right. That's what they cost plus tax. So it's just like, all right, for that amount of money, my box needs to be perfect. Nothing should be wrong with that box. And there was something wrong with the box. If just look on my Instagram, I opened it up. You can see that it's scuffed. And then like one of the pieces just is like, ugh, kind of pissed off about that. Real talk. All right, turn this light off now. All right, let's figure out what these Sennheisers are. HD 660. I think they were okay. They weren't too bad. Okay, I'm assuming I paid $489. Oh, these are S2s. Okay, no, those aren't it. HD 660. I don't have the S2s. I have the regular S. But I guess they don't have that anymore. So let's go to Amazon and see what they cost there. HD 660S. I want to say they're cheap. Yeah. 381. At least that's, I don't know. I hope that's what I paid. I'll be pissed off. Oh, wait. Purchase. Okay, no. Wait a minute. How in the hell are the new versions cheaper than my version? And these are almost half off? Hell, I don't know, man. I like this gold. I do like that. Are these like, oh, they're okay, they're almost 40% off. Man, that's a deal. I like my 660S sister. I don't need these. I'm not gonna get these. It's just, it's interesting to me that these are more. So I wonder if people still prefer the HD 660Ss, because I noticed that with Sennheiser stuff, like a lot of people, they don't like the newer ones. They'll be like, oh, no, like, you know, the 600s are the best ones to some people, or the 650s. I'm cool with the 660Ss. They're fine to me. All right, man, that sucks. Pay more money for that. I thought you needed replaceable ear cups because of sweaty ears or something. No. I need replaceable ear cups because they are a wear item. And I don't want my multiple $1,000 headphones. Like most of these headphones cost at least $1,000. I don't want my headphones to be garbage because the ear pads have worn out. That's why. But also on top of that, you gotta, you may not know this about earphones, or headphones rather, but you have to replace the ear pads, you know, every so often, because as they compress, you know, they lose their sealing power, and they change the timbre, the sound of your music, you know, because, you know, they actually are an integral part. They're tuned. Like the whole headphone is tuned with the ear cups in mind. So as the ear cups, you know, wear out, get older or whatever, the sound changes. So you got to replace them for that too. But there's also what happens if they get damaged, you know, like, you know, all of my headphones, except for the Sennheisers, they all use leather, and, you know, over time, leather degrades, especially if you don't take care of it. I do oil these every so often to prolong the life, but, you know, just, it's a wear item. So eventually, they'll kind of bite the dust. So yeah, that's why I need replaceable ear pads for all of them. So all of my headphones have them. Now I don't know if the Sennheisers have them. I don't think these Sennheisers have replaceable, but these are also not multi-$1,000 headphones. I don't care. But my Apple headphones here, like the AirPods, like they have replaceable ones. So it's like, why? I would expect all of my headphones to have replaceable AirPods. That is actually my expectation. These right here, I've replaced the AirPods on these already. I've replaced them once because if you just have them, I had a headphone holder that because of the clamping force, it caused these to kind of like wear out. So I needed to buy more. So yeah, that's why I don't use that. I use a hanger now. So I hang all of my headphones. As a result, I've learned my lessons. In the past, I used to have it's like furniture almost, and you just put your headphones on them and they're out like this. I stopped doing that because it causes these to compress and wear out faster, and they don't come back. And then you got to spend more money, and sometimes you don't want to spend money. Most times I don't want to spend money. Yeah. I do want to test out those HD680s, 800s to see how they are. Maybe we'll add those to my collection because I now have 3 pair of closed backs. So I need to balance it out. I need to have 3 pair of open backs. So yeah. So y'all know, now y'all know I'm an audio nerd too. It's not just when it comes to recording and mixing and all that kind of stuff. It's also when it comes to listening. And I have a lot of audio equipment because that was my first love, was audio. And I got into video kind of as a result of photography. So video marries audio. So I'm back into my audio stuff now because of video and trying to make my motorcycle sound great. Now, I'm not sure if y'all have heard my last video, but let me know what y'all think of what it sounds like. Unfortunately, I didn't have any open road to like really wind it out so you can really hear what it sounds like on the top range. But hopefully soon I'll be going out for a ride and capturing some audio, and then we'll get things mixed up. And after I do my first mix, I will have a better idea of how I like these headphones. I'm saying I like them now just based off of music, but I didn't buy these to listen to music. I bought them with a specific purpose in mind. Now, I will also listen to music. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even going to front. I'm also going to do that. But I bought them for a very specific purpose. I wanted a pair of closed back headphones that I can mix in that were reference quality. So that's what these are. Now, I think I was talking about some of the other headphones. I'm sorry, I'm not even sharing my screen. Let's share the screen. I think, last time I was talking about some other headphones that I was shopping before it ended up settling on these. I was looking at the Audeze LCD not Z, or were they the Zs? I think they were the 4Zs. Not the 5s. Honestly, I want the 5s. I have a problem with what they did. So these are light, right? So remember how I was saying that my favorite headphone with sound are these right here. Remember that? That was what I was saying earlier. I was like, I would prefer to get these because, I like the way that my LCD2 sound, and these are their flagship. The problem is they don't have user replaceable, or not even user. You can't replace the ear cups, the ear pads. And given what I was just saying, it's like there's a lot of money to spend on something that these ear pads are going to eventually fall apart. So I don't know what they were thinking, but even if they sound amazing, even if they lay on a table flat, and that's a big deal. Like don't take that for granted, because none of these headphones can do that. Like all these headphones take up, if I set them, I can't just lay them flat. They all have to sit up. I hate that. This right here, man, I am so disappointed that Audeze decided to not give us user replaceable earpads. They literally lost out on a sale. I was literally at take my money. That's where I was. I was at take my money and give me these headphones until I learned that. It's disappointing, to say the least. And the fact that I still want them, even though, like, even now I'm like, I still want them, even though I know that I can't get them. Ah, man. And it's not just these. All of Audeze's new products, now they no longer have user replaceable or just replaceable earpads. So Audeze as a brand is now out of the picture for me, unfortunately. Because, man, I remember when they announced these LCD 5s, and I was just like, I wanted them, but I was still like, I'm like, man, I've only had my LCD 2s for like 3 or 4 years. So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm fine with them. But now I'm just like, man, I really, really would like a second pair and to have a flagship, because before, when I bought the LCD 2s, those weren't the flagship. That was what I can afford. So I got these on a special for Black Friday for $1,300. Now that may sound like a lot, but they were actually more expensive than that. And these are a special edition with I forget what type of wood. It's like some type of Caribbean rosewood or something. I don't remember. It's a special wood, and I was excited for it. You know, I got it for like 30% off. You know, I was like, oh my gosh, I can. No, I went and I actually had to pay it off over 3 months. It's not like I just had the cash. I financed it on my credit card, and it took me 3 months to pay it off. All right. Well, yeah, that's audio stuff for you. Y'all have any questions about these? Just in general? No. I don't know if it's every day that you get the opportunity to just come across this random dude on the internet who can do all these things and has these headphones just all up on the desk right now. And yes, I'm comparing them. That's why they're all kind of out, is because I've been, you know, I'm like thinking about what audio I need to listen to. So I started putting together a playlist of songs that demonstrate to me, I think, the headphones ability. I can't play any of the music, but I can share one of the songs, and maybe y'all know of it. It's James Blake, Something Your Love. I don't know. We'll just see if Google can figure this one out. It's something to do with Something Your Love. Limits to Your Love. Yes, this song right here. If you haven't heard this song, go listen to it. That will tell you how good your headphones are with handling bass and sub. Not just regular bass. Like, you know, there's bass, there's sub bass, and then there's mid bass. This has it all. This song will tell you whether or not your headphones are trash. Like they'll just fall apart in the bass, or maybe you won't even hear the bass. I don't know. So yeah, I would recommend go listen to this. Here, let me find some of the other songs that I normally have. I don't know the names of them. That's why I have to go and look. I'm not good at remembering names. I just know the artist is Hans Zimmer. It's the one from the one where they were in outer space, that movie with the clock sounds. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's Afraid of Time. Yeah, I think it's Afraid of Time. So I got that song. There is some Japanese jazz. Let me find. I don't know the name of it. That's the unfortunate part. Is that I actually don't know the name of it. I just know the characters. Okay, so let me find it. All right. Can I put that over here? Okay. This song right here. I don't speak Japanese. I don't know. But this song right here is one of the songs that I listen to. I recently put some Masego in there because I like some of his stuff. He does a lot of live instrumentation mixed with samples. So, you get to hear, different, different sounds, different textures of sounds, which I think is pretty cool. And one is Lauryn Hill. And it is, let me see if I can find the song. I need to put it in a playlist. That's what I was saying I need to do, is like just put it in a playlist so I don't have to keep going and finding it. I want to say is X Factor. I think it's X Factor. Yeah, I think it's X Factor if I'm not mistaken. I can't listen to it now to know. So yeah, just I'll create a playlist. And if y'all are interested, and you have to say it, because if you're not, I'm not going to waste my time and effort. But if you are interested and y'all want to know the songs that I'm using to evaluate my headphones, you can let me know in the chat. And not in the chat. Drop it in the comment if you make it this far in the VOD. So like, if you want to see that, let me know, and I can do that. I can make that public. But just looking at my other playlists, because I do have some that are public, I saw that no one was looking at them, so I stopped making the playlist, making them public at least. But as you can see, I have a lot of stuff that I put together over here. All my musics that I like to go through. Anyway, I think I've talked to myself long enough. I can only tolerate this for so long, so I'm about to go. Y'all have a good night.